Peace. Kofa, Grow Talk Entertainment. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Today is July 1st, 2025. We are literally 6 months away from the end of the year, 6 months in. We're going to have some conversations tonight. We're going to cap off Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I appreciate everybody being in here. The time is now 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Again, thank you all for being in here. Once again, this is Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. And this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Again, I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. General housekeeping, get it out the way. You see the Cash App? Where we at? Bam. There we go. That side. No, that side. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. I forgot on reverse. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. Donate if you like. You've been in these YouTube streets long enough. You know how to use super chats, super stickers. I appreciate any monetary donation. Also, go to growthtalkent.com. If any one of my early mods are in here, go ahead and drop that link for me. I'll try to pin it or something. I'll keep reminding you guys. But go ahead and get your Growth Talk Entertainment merch on growthtalkent.com. Stop lying on black men. It's time we have a conversation with ourselves, about ourselves. Again, I talk about women, but I'm talking to men. That has been my stick since I first clicked on the record button and hopped on YouTube. Yes, we talk about a lot of these ratchet ass women we have in our community or just in society in general, but I'm always talking to the men. What can you learn? So tonight, we're going to learn. You see the two guys on the thumbnail. You love them, you hate them, you dislike them. Sometimes you say something you do like, but you really don't rock with them. I don't care. Of course, we got the Godfather, Kevin Samuels, and we have the top G, Andrew Tate. Don't care how you feel about either man. This is not a versus tonight. I know the way the thumbnail may look, it is not a versus. This is a conversation about getting better, winners and losers, and how to separate yourself from the losers. Again, we all taking an L. Shout out to BT. I don't know if he in here just yet, but we've always heard him say there are no losses. There are only lessons. Salute to him for his Wins and Lessons podcast. Thank you for that. But again, that's what we're focused on here. Yeah, you took the L. No shame in it. Everybody has. What lesson did you get from it? How can you build from it? Again, shout out to Chris Trucker. Chris Trucker in the building. I don't know if he's in the chat yet, but he's in the house. He's probably downstairs. My boy just got off the road. Salute to him for getting a new job at a new company. Trucker extraordinaire.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Before we keep rolling, y'all know how we do. Go ahead and hit you with Randy. Thank you all for being in here. I think. There we go.
Lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
back on me. Yes, give yourselves a round of applause. If I can get back to it. It doesn't want to play. Fuck it. We're going to keep on going. There we go. Better late than never. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let's get to the shout outs. Got the general housekeeping out the way. As always in the building, Brother Malika. What is going on, good brother? You see my stream?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
My stream deck seems to be a little behind tonight. Peace to Brother DG. It was good talking to you last week, good brother. EJ in the building. Salute. Peace to you, good brother. And the queen herself, Sister Messy, in the building.
You go, girl.
He says, I'm going to buy that one too. Salute to Messy Mashawn. Messy, you were my first merch purchase on the website. So thank you, sis.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I saw that you got it in the mail. Thank you again for your purchase. Thank you for your support. She says, nice shirts, Kofa. I appreciate it, sis. Big shout out to you. She said, shout out to you guys in the chat as well. Let's keep on rolling. Where we at? Sister Messy says, Kofa, your new profile pic makes me think about Freddy Krueger. No
You go, girl.
With the hat, I can see that. With the hat and the red, I guess I can see that. I need that fly ass sweater. I might do that for Halloween. Let's keep on going. BC in the, I know who that is.
You go, girl.
What's going on, sis? I appreciate you being in the building. Missing and already hit me with a $10 super chat. Of course, well, super sticker. You know how she does. She usually doesn't. She know I go through and read the comments, so she always drops a super sticker. Pair character is always jumping up and down saying, I'm your #1 fan. I appreciate that, sis. Let me see what I'm going to hit you with for the $10.
Give me your fucking money!
Appreciate you. Had to go get some new drops. Chris Trucker is in the building. Trucker extraordinaire. Y'all shout out Chris Trucker in the chat. He says, peace, King, brother. I appreciate you. Chris always looking out, whether he on the road. He's a good brother to confide in, to talk to. We have great conversations. I will say at least, I'm going to give a roundabout number. Anywhere from 10 to 20 of the lives I've done have been because of conversations with Chris. Like, shout out to you, bro. Real talk. He says, Chris says, let's rock out. Oh, my shirt on the way. Yep. Chris, you were my second purchase on Growth Talk ENT. I appreciate you, good brother. JT in the building. Let me see what I'm going to hit JT with.
Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man.
Shout out to the Bay Area. I think y'all boys got a good shot at getting Giannis. I saw something come down. It looks like they're blowing up Milwaukee. They just released Dame. So I think they're getting ready to blow up the Milwaukee Bucks team and start sending pieces everywhere and start the rebuilding process. So y'all might be getting Giannis. Oh, that shit is hilarious. I appreciate you, Messi. But let's go ahead and roll tonight. I know I'm going to start with Andrew Tate. I know you guys, a lot of people feel how they feel about him. Shout out to my homeboy Ty. He really doesn't care for him. He feels like he's a Kevin Samuels clone. I think they're totally opposite. But what the brother says, a lot of times, it hits home. He keeps it a buck. He is, it's no fluff, no sugar, no rainbows and flowers. He gonna keep it a buck, and a lot of stuff that this man says is true. So this is not a verse, Andrew Tate versus Kevin Samuels or Kevin Samuels versus Andrew Tate. This is more of a mashup and a comparison, because I want y'all to hear the clips that I have from Andrew Tate. They're real short clips. So I'm gonna run a lot of them back to back and just let them run, and then I'll commentate on them. And then there's a 10-minute video of Kevin just talking, and they're saying very similar things. I don't know why we do that in the black community. We like to pit brothers against each other when they're really on the same page. Andrew Tate is more flamboyant, the lifestyle and this, that, and he's European. Kevin Samuels from a small town in Oklahoma. He's an American brother. But again, that path of getting better, just like Messi mentioned on my thumbnail picture, uphill is the way. I said it once, I'm gonna keep saying it, said it 1,000 times, I'm gonna keep repeating it. You wanna move forward in life and up in life. The only direction that goes that way at the same time, forward and up, is uphill. Uphill is the way. Shout out to me.
Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me, man.
Wrong button.
Got it!
There we go.
Hotter than fish grease.
Shout out to BT. He is in the chat. I just shouted you out earlier, brother. I think before you slid in here, he said salute. Salute to you. Again, for the Wins and Lessons podcast. So tonight we're going to be talking about winners and losers and what can we glean off taking those losses that we always say.
This is letter L, upper and lowercase letter L.
Sometimes we have to hold those L's, but those L's can also stand for the lessons. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get to rolling. I appreciate everybody being in here. The greatest, hold on.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Salute to Mike Has Bad Knees, the greatest YouTube name in all of YouTube. I will argue with anybody. That shit is still hilarious to me. 2-3 years later, I remember when I saw him the first time, me and BT were doing, I think, our first duo live, and that shit had me cracking up. I was crying tears. That is still a hilarious YouTube moniker. Mike Has Bad Knees. I hope your knees are doing well, brother. Get you some salve, put them on there, stretch them out, whatever you need to do. God bless you and your knees. That shit is hilarious to me. With that said, let's go ahead and get rolling. Let Andrew put some of this stuff in perspective, and I'm just I think the first 3 videos roll back to back.
Enjoy everything. Enjoy the sunshine through the window as you sit in traffic. I've been to a lot of places, I've seen a lot of things where people would do anything to be you. A bad day is coming. For all of us in our future, there's a 100% probability that either we're gonna die or someone we love is gonna die. You will have a reason to be upset soon enough. That's a fact. Why are you doing it in advance? Like nothing's wrong today. Oh, well, you have a flat tire. Boo-hoo. Like, people are so emotionally reactive to low-level stuff. You're a different man when you have no safety net. You're a different man when you have to pull it off. No, I need to. No, I literally have to pull this off. I have to roll the dice. Most men don't understand what it is to roll the dice and you have to get a 6. They go, what do you mean get a 6? You're not understanding me.
Have to, not want to.
Men who have been through a lot of pain are very kind. It makes you kinder. You don't want it to be put on anyone else. The biggest gangsters and killers and evil people sometimes can be the kindest. The worst men on earth are the ones who haven't had enough pain. Those are the arrogant pieces of shit people. You're supposed to suffer as a man. And the best men are the ones who suffered the most.
Bring it back on me. Salute to Andrew about that. Come on, Stream Deck. Wait a couple seconds. Try to hit him with the... Oh, it's tripping today. Nope. We're going to do it this way.
Each time when I come here...
Wrong button. My Stream Deck. There we go. Hit the Allahu Akbar. Let's try this again. I don't know why it's driving.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Salute to Sister Almanize in the building. And just bring this comment like to recognize. Y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe. If you are a YouTuber, drop your link in the chat. Messy, that doesn't include you. You're a YouTuber extraordinary. No, I'm fucking around. Drop your link in the chat just in case somebody does pop in that wants to subscribe to your channel. Y'all know this is free for all. Y'all part of the Growth Talk family. I appreciate everybody being in here. Salute to Sister Almanize.
You go, girl!
Mike Has Bad Knees says, Andrew Tate is very suspect. I don't care if you mean suspect that he's gay or you don't like his flamboyance. Again, I tackle that at the beginning too. I know people don't like Andrew Tate the same way a lot of people question Kevin Samuels. But the things these brothers are saying are true, even on the lowest level. Let's go back to what Andrew was just saying. Everybody's going to have a bad day. There is 100% probability that something, somewhere, at some point in time in your life is going to go wrong. How are you going to adjust to it? It sounds fucked up, but I've had to compare what I got going on to the fact that somebody couldn't feed their fucking children today. It sucks. It sounds fucked up. I don't care. Somebody always has it worse. Again, be thankful for what you have. Somebody has it worse. You're going to have a bad day. Then he went into talking about how men go through all these struggles and it makes them a better man. A lot of people, it was a clip online. I didn't even bother like really looking at it. I think the guy was talking about Goggins and how he says, you know, he was telling people, stop listening to this guy. Stop telling men to struggle. You don't have to tell men to struggle.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
The fact is, many of us do. And a lot of guys that talk like that, like Andrew was just talking about, those tend to be the most arrogant guys. They treat other people like shit. If they see another, especially if it's another man, if they see another man that they believe is beneath them, they don't respect them. You're supposed to treat people with the same respect as you treat the janitor, that you treat the CEO. You give the same respect across the board. That's what makes you a better man. So when a lot of these guys are online just talking shit and talking down to guys that are going through something and don't respect it because they got the chains, they got the cars, they got the women. And I know people say, well, Kofa, Andrew Tate shows that all the time. But he'll tell you, bro, I done went through it. We see the brother get arrested. Then he's held for a couple of months. Then he and his brother are released. None of those charges are sticking. Damn near like Diddy.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Everybody that wanted to be around them wanted to be around them. You're not going to be able to take away anybody else's work ethic, and you can't take away yours. And stop giving your fucking work ethic away to the wrong people. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but I'm gonna let me get to y'all comments before we keep running. But Mike, I feel you. I know a lot of people don't like Andrew Tate for whatever the reasons are, but a lot of the stuff he says is spot on. And BT pulled my coat to that too. He said he kind of feels about Andrew Tate the way I feel about what's my boy name? popular hood dude, I'm drawing a blank right now, Charleston White. He feels about Andrew Tate like he really don't rock with him, but he does say some real shit. I really don't rock with Charleston White, but he does say some real shit. I will give credit where credit is due. My issue with Charleston White was all those videos where he came out, he was talking about he was a raper and pretty much getting away with it, and nobody ever said anything. Our community made that motherfucker a superstar. But then you have an Andrew Tate, and we don't like him, we don't want to listen to him. This again is why I'm kind of shoving this shit down y'all throat. Some of y'all might be mad at me, might get some unsubscribers. I really don't care. This stuff stands to be said. You're going to have a bad day, bro. I didn't have the best day today at all. Didn't get a promotion that I was waiting on. So yeah, it kicked me in the ass. Had to soak a little bit for it. It's the difference between having a couple of bad hours and having a bad day. That was some bad shit that happened to me, but guess what? I still have a fucking job. I still was able to turn around and send my daughter some money that she needed. So I can't sit around moping and feeling bad about this promotion that I didn't get, that I know is eventually coming, because again, I'm still going to do the fucking work. If I was feeling that bad and I had a bad day, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all right now. So I want y'all to witness this shit. I'm telling y'all what the hell I'm going through in my personal life. Again, everything going on with my son, and you're still here with me. I'm still here with you. You see what adversity looks like. You see what resilience looks like. And that's essentially what Andrew Tate talks about it all the time. He may come off as arrogant to you with the car. I don't care about all that shit. What did that man say, and how can I apply it in my life? I may not be up there with the Ferraris and all that shit. How can I apply that shit with the Acura that I got outside? How can I apply that with the house that I have? How can I apply that with taking the next step and moving forward in the job? You have to start looking at yourself, and it's not a negative, selfish type of thing, bro. You have to start looking at yourself as, again, the other shirt that I have. You matter. You're not crazy. Just start making better choices. I say it all the time. Let me go ahead and get to the rest of y'all comments. Let me scroll up. Death Reaper. Oh, salute, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. Thank you for stopping through. Brother DG with the $10 bomb. He says, I tried to send this by Cash App, but it said try again later. Tell Messi and Harmonize. Jamal said y'all got cocoa butter smooth legs. I don't know what the fuck that is, but for the $10 drop, we're going to hit you again, bro. I think. Bring it back over. There we go.
Give me your fucking money!
Back on me. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep on rolling with the comments. Everybody speaking. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Go Creaky in the building. What's going on, sis? Damn it. Come on, Stream Deck.
You go, girl.
There we go. You go, girl. Appreciate you, Go Creaky. Congratulations on getting monetized. Trust me, I have been there. I know that feeling of joy. And then you start counting dollar signs. Just keep putting in the work. I appreciate you. Who else we got? Let's keep rolling. Rolling. Everybody speaking. Mr. Michon says, that's a great thumbnail, Kofa. Just seeing it. All good, sis. I really appreciate that. Had to put some thought to it. I was going to just take the pictures that were out there on Google already, but want to try to do something a little bit different. Again, this is not a KS versus AT type of live tonight. I'm not doing that. It's about brothers building and getting sharper and getting better. Let me see. Look, I'm not paying y'all no attention. They in there having sidebar conversations. Mike Has Bad Knee says, the problem with Charleston White is that I never know when he's being real or when he's trolling. I just look for things, again, that apply to me and the brothers that things that can apply to the brothers around me when he says real stuff. But I really don't rock with him because, again, he's played the buffoon. And to the brother's credit, like he said, and he showed the pictures and the things he's done in the past when he was wearing the polo shirts and the suits and ties and shit and getting some laws altered and changed and all that. Wasn't nobody paying his ass no attention. He came out here bucking and shucking and jiving and shit. Then all of a sudden, our culture, our community, black folks, we started paying him more attention and made him a fucking celebrity. So again, that's on us as a community as well. Emperor in the building, he says, if you dudes hate Andrew Tate, you guys would have hated the Ultimate Warrior. I listen to his motivations every morning. Shout out to the WWF. Let me keep on going. Bam. There you go.
You go, girl.
Yo, Cree says, people only look at the reward and don't pay attention to the labor beforehand.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Shout out to Chris again. We was chopping it up yesterday, and he was like, bro, you not working on the show? I was like, nah, I got everything kind of lined up like I want already. He said, is that shit hard? I'm like, bro, it take time. Any of my content creators in here, y'all know it takes time. Selecting the right video, getting your timing down, being engaging with the audience, having conversations, remembering who's in your chat. Again, I appreciate everybody. I really do. Y'all don't have to be here rocking with me, especially after my low-key hiatus last year, but you're still here. It's a lot of work to go into YouTube. People just think you know, that everybody's just sitting in the car and just talking shit. That's not the case. It's a lot of work to go into this stuff. Hellcale's in the building. What's going on, good brother? Let me keep on scrolling. Brother Malika with a good word as always, I'm sure. He says, a man who doesn't go through and learn from trials and tribulations never fully becomes a man and develops proper problem-solving skills.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Oftentimes, this is where we clash as men and women. A lot of times women just want to be heard. They want to get it off their chest. Men, we go in there, we're focused. We're like, okay, how the fuck can I fix this? What's the solution? Those are those problem solving skills that Malika was talking about. When you go through it, okay, cool. What do I need to avoid next time? How do I need to move next time? Who do I need to ask next time? Because I don't have all the answers. We have to develop problem solving skills in men. Again, that's a biggie. Is can you fix things as a man? You may not be handy dandy with the tools, but can you fix things for yourself and others when you're going forward in life as a man? You have to develop these problem solving skills. I appreciate them, Malika. Brother Jose in the building. He said, oh, there we go. I'm glad you're in the building. You're speaking to Eric, but thank you for being in here. Sister Felicia, back at it. She says, hello, Kofa and the Growth Talk family on this rainy evening. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, it's about to rain here in Atlanta too. It's like it's about to actually storm. It's like it's about to open up. EJ says, I'm enjoying some well-deserved time off at home, spending time with my daughter and family. Oh, y'all, again, I love this shit, y'all. Y'all in my chat, but y'all having conversations, just checking on each other, bro. That shit means the world to me. It goes a long way, bro. How are you and the family? And then you start dropping those little tidbits, man. I'm spending time with my daughter. Now we know EJ has a daughter. Shout out to baby girl. You start learning and developing this internet that we're on, this YouTube social media space. It can be such a powerful tool if we use it the right way. And I'm glad that we use it the right way over here at Growth Talk. Yeah, we're gonna laugh sometime. We're gonna talk shit. And again, y'all seen me cry on this bitch. Y'all seen me cry tears of joy, laughing and everything. Get real serious. Again, this is where the pocket is, gentlemen. Start connecting with other people. Start connecting with other brothers specifically, and start building your own empire. I don't mean that you're traveling out the country every month and doing all this other stuff. Again, with what we see with Andrew Tate. Maybe he's actually living that lifestyle. He's been doing this shit for a couple of years and nobody's called him out that he's fake and that he rented his Ferraris and all that. Maybe that day will come. I don't know. Don't care. What the guy is saying is actually fucking true. Let's keep on scrolling. Messi says, lots of work. I admire Messi Michonne because she might go live 2-3 times a day sometimes. Like, she on some Lady Tupac shit. I don't know how you be dropping so much content, sis, but please keep it up. And BT, I know BT personally, done seen his studio, both of them, the work that goes into it. We worked on things together. BT knows what my what my messy ass studio office looks like with wires going everywhere, just like I know what his looks like. It's lots of work, trust me. Brother Mike in the building, he says, my dude, peace to you, good brother. Let me keep on scrolling. I think everybody, BT hit me with the 1239 super chat. He says, is my drop available? Indeed it is, good brother. I made sure that I added it tonight. Excuse me, that I re-added it just for you, good brother.
I'ma just bless her. I chew. Baby girl, you with the winners, how could you lose? Like her too, many different flavors, how can I choose?
You running in the wrong wrong direction, Ma.
I got you, BT. I'm gonna hit your ass again with this.
Give me your fucking money!
Shout out these badass kids I be finding online, bro. They be cussing up a damn storm. Little fuckers cuss better than me. Let's keep on going. So I'm building this for a reason. So first you have to realize you're gonna have adversity, bro. That shit is gonna happen. Now this might be some of the shit that y'all don't like. How much time are you giving to that adversity? How much we're capping off Men's Mental Health Month. I know it's July, it was last month, yesterday, but we're capping it off. I didn't go in on it again because to me, men's mental health is every day. Again, the acronym, gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. Everybody healing isn't going to look the same. Somebody might need to be bad, mad, or bitter for a period of time. They might just need to have one big blow up, get it off their chest, and get back to it. But now the question is, how much time are you going to give to it? And how much effort are you going to give to getting out of it?
I will say there are certain warning signs that you can see in people that make it very easy to understand if they would betray you or not. Like what? If I see dudes who are desperate to get laid all the time, desperate for women, that's an even bigger warning sign. Because a starving man will do anything for food. A starving man will do anything if there's a buffet ahead. When men are desperate for women or desperate to get laid all the time, that's the guy who tries to talk to your ex. That's the guy who tries to talk to girls. I don't like those kind of people. Anyone who's desperate for anything, anyone who shows a lack of emotional regulation, anyone who shows a lack of physical control.
How do you have time to be depressed? You have so much you could do. There's so much that you need to do to be your best self. And you're competing against men like me, and you're finding hours a day to be sad? No wonder you're gonna perpetually lose forever.
I'll tell you something, most depressed people don't understand. Nobody gives a fuck. We all have our own problems, we all have our own issues. Nobody cares. You think being depressed and you can walk around and tell everyone, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and people are gonna care. Nobody cares. They might pretend to care for a few seconds if they're a particularly nice person. But in general, nobody cares about you or your life besides you. And if you're not gonna get up and work hard and go and try and get a Ferrari yourself, nobody's getting up every day and going to work every day to try and buy a Ferrari to give it to you. Nobody. So you either get up and do it, or you sit there and perpetually fail and stay a loser.
I'm gonna hit him again. I think, if it'll play. My stream deck is tripping tonight, y'all. He was gonna get another Allahu Akbar. Still not playing, so he gonna get. That won't even play. My stream deck.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Craziness. It took forever. I don't know what that lag is going on, but
Hotter than fish grease.
Can't make this shit up. But we're gonna keep on rolling. I done been depressed. I told y'all I contemplated suicide. Money was fucked up. Job was fucked up. Just got custody of my daughter. Trying to figure out this teenage girl. Shit was not going good. Literally had the gun in my mouth. If I leave here, then what does it look like for my daughter? What does it look like for my family? I didn't have the time to be depressed. Shed my tears, punched air like Ricky on Boys in the Hood. Got back to getting it. And I'm here now. Wouldn't have been no Copa had I just did this. That's all it takes, 4 pounds of pressure. We're not doing that, gentlemen. We're not. I know you're sad. I know you're upset. I know you're angry. I know you're mad at this one. You're mad at that one. You can't believe this person betrayed. You can't. Again, this is why he talked about picking your circle. I don't run with men who are only focused on getting girls all the time, chasing women. If you're talking about doing business, I don't care if you're hanging off the back of a trash truck. I don't care what the job is. If you're focused on that thing, work for FedEx, whatever the case, you need to be around those people who understand that industry. Start picking their brain. Have conversations. That dude that whatever spot you're at and you saw him come in the store and he dropped off a couple packages. Hey bro, real quick, I know you're busy. Boom, boom, boom. Ask him a couple of questions. You don't have time to be depressed. Like the saying goes, I can't afford to be broke.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Can't afford it. I know it's easier said than done before any naysayers get in here or in the comments. I know it's easier said than done. Living proof of it. You have to keep going. You're going to have to work. That is what's going to separate the literal winners from the losers. The losers are the ones that stop. One of the worst things you can do is be stagnant. That is a loser. Not somebody that takes an L. Because even in that loss, you're going to fucking learn. We've repeated this ad nauseum. Again, shout out to BT. Whole podcast built around that shit. Even in the loss, you're going to learn something. Then after you learn it, we say knowledge is power, but I tend to disagree.
No.
It is the application of the knowledge. What are you going to do with the knowledge? You just got it. You're going to hold on to it. That's it. Oh, I know how to do that. We all know people like that. They can tell you how to get money, but they don't have none. They can tell you how to get women, but they don't have any. They can tell you this, that, and the third. You never see them doing the thing that they're talking about. Can you apply it? That's what you have to get to. Before you even get to the application, you got to go get the knowledge first. But there's so many brothers that are so manly and full of machismo, you think listening to another grown man make you a sucker. I know so many brothers that have argued me down. I'm just going to use relationships real quick as an example. Have argued me down, again, male feminists, about how everything's men's fault, this, that, and the third. The women are virtuous. They can do no wrong. The same men will listen to these women and be in the same fucking spot 5-10 years later and still be upset at another man for not giving him an opportunity. You're going to have to take some L's, bro. You're going to have to build on where you're at, be real with yourself, and then keep stacking up. How are you going to spend that time? Like you said, nobody's supposed to care more about your life than you. That person that's getting up, going to work, they're not going to work to pay your bills. So you can lean on them, but so much, including your boys, including your family. Everybody's going to have a breaking point with that shit if you're constantly complaining and not doing anything. And the flip side of that coin, I'm going to get to y'all comments in a second. The flip side to that coin, you're going to see people that are cutting corners. That's the killer part for a lot of people, yours truly included. That's the killer part for me. Seeing people that cut corners, didn't do the work, and it looks like they're winning. I'm a big believer in karma. I'm not saying I'm the perfect Muslim or the biggest religious person on earth, but I believe in karma. A lot of those people that cut corners, this is why you see NBA players, they get up here, not saying they didn't work hard to get to their position in the league, but they get up here and then 5 years later after they retire, or they don't get picked up for some team in the league and they go play ball overseas and they stop playing ball, all that shit they had drops down here. How many times have we seen it with dope boys in our community? Where all these street dudes, they cutting corners, getting the money, everybody giving them attention. They come home from prison, everybody clap until he look up and he's 47 years old. No work history, no education, has to go start his own business. And then he starts screwing people out of business because he still has a street mentality. So he still end up without shit. Let me get to y'all comments. Damn, if my mouse act right. There we go. Let me scroll up because I heard y'all coming in here. I see you trolling, BT. I see you. Let me scroll up because y'all been in here cooking. Got that super chat from BT. Appreciate it. Everybody speaking. Give me a quick second. Brother Malika says facts and fucking truth. Indeed. EJ says life don't owe you understanding nothing but them facts. Indeed. Felicia says straight like that. BT, of course, be trolling. Says struggle streaming with the drops. Yeah, bro, I don't know what's going on. Jose says I went through the same thing. Let me see. There we go. Jose says even after you finish child support, your children still need help if they're acting correctly. Indeed, bro. My daughter needs some help. I'm still daddy. EJ says, oh, for sure, bro, you're going to get... Oh, that's between him and Derek. Let me keep scrolling. Malika says, exactly. BT says, ain't that the truth? I appreciate it. Y'all, him and EJ having a conversation. That's cool. I'm not gonna bring that up. Yep, BT, y'all check out Wins and Lessons podcast under Broken Traditions here on YouTube. I told y'all this is my brother from another mother. This is my YouTube buddy, my homeboy, my partner, unfed uncle to my son in his own house. Lord have mercy. That shit was hilarious. If y'all missed it, I took my son by BT house, and my son was Dirty Mac, and he wanted to be around BT's wife. Salute to Mama Lex.
You go, girl.
And he didn't want us to be around it. I couldn't come outside, and then he tried to put BT out his own house. Sister Felicia says, teach Kofa. I appreciate that, sis. Yes, ma'am. Let me see. Then a lot of brothers get back to it, and they live paycheck to paycheck. My old man told me, out of every dollar you make, put away 25 cents at least. That is indeed a fact. Let me see. Cases and Cams with Daniel Cunningham. What's up, y'all? Salute, good brother. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but you know what? I'm gonna hit you with something.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
I appreciate you, good brother. Jose says you have to have God in your life. 100% correct. Again, I'm not gonna turn this to a religious speech, but I do believe in the Most High. Let me see. Bam, me and BT, this is something we talk about all the time. Stop shortcutting the shortcuts. Yes, there's shortcuts, knowing the right person, being at the right place at the right time, asking the right questions. But you still got to do the fucking work. Stop shortcutting the shortcuts. This is how you end up. Think about you're at step 1, you skip steps 2 through 5. Now you somewhere in 6 or 7. You didn't learn the lesson through steps 2 through 5. Then you fuck it up later on. Now you're all the way back at square one at step 1. Because you shortcut the shortcuts. Appreciate that, BT. And I just saw some lightning outside of my window. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Brother Malika says, last month I was very stressed out. Problems at work and other trials. I used the tools from therapy, rewrote my goals, and went to my positive fuck it, working out, and got a new perspective.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Salute to the positive fuck it. Shit gonna happen, y'all. It's bound to happen at some point. You're gonna be up, you're gonna be down. But again, the goal is to learn so many lessons. Not necessarily struggle, but you're gonna go through adversity. But you learn so many lessons that you're up more than you're down. Again, uphill is the way. Where we at? Catching up with y'all. Look. Crown is my son, for those that don't know. He says Crown is banned from BT headquarters. That is hilarious. Chelsea says, I like that shirt, Kofa. I appreciate it, sis. You can always go get it on growthtalk.ent.com. Trying to get better at my own plugs. Jose says, do today, don't do it tomorrow. It might be too late. Indeed. Let me see. Yeah. Can't hear the lightning, only the thunder. I knew the thunder was coming, right? Be trolling. God damn. I knew the thunder was coming behind the lightning. That's why I said that. Hating ass. I'm going to bring Crown back just because. Let's keep on rolling. A little bit more Tate. Then we're going to roll into KS. And then we're going to peace out. Not going, again, I don't think a long one tonight. Yeah. So I'm going to let these run as well. This is another part that a lot of men have problems with. We say it all the time about the women, but bro, you got to take accountability. It's some things he says in here that I don't necessarily agree with everything being your fault, but everything within your control is your fault. The things you can't control, you kind of want to start sidestepping those, but I'm going to let AT talk.
A brother's job is to force you to be self-accountable. Let me give you all a self-accountability test. It is now April, meaning 2025 is over 30% complete. And you remember,
we're at 50% now.
Remember thinking, this is going to be my year, I'm going to get so much done. And if you're honest with yourself, you're sitting in the same room, you have the same girl, the same car, living the same fucking life. You're about to waste another entire year. If you are not going to completely blame yourself for this lack of action and this lack of monumental success, then who else are you going to blame and what else is going to get done? The second you decide it is 100% your fault and your responsibility to change and fix everything is the second things will start to get better. Life is a man is so brutally simple. You wake up and you blame yourself for everything. And you look in the mirror and you say, all of this shit is my fault. All of it. So how do I get it fixed? Nobody's gonna come fix it for you. Nobody gives a shit about you. You have to give a shit about yourself. It's down to you and you alone, because nobody else is waking up each day thinking of how they can get you to have more money and you to have a nicer life. They're too busy worried about themselves.
They are too busy worried about themselves. They're not going to think about how they can get you more money, nicer things. This is the part I agree with. So I have to put it in context. Blame yourself again for the things that you have or that you don't have that you want. Stop looking at all this extravagant shit. Look at what you're building. Look where you're at, and you're going to have to go from there. And you are going to have to wake up, damn, I'm in this position because of me. Yeah, you trusted the wrong woman. Yeah, you trusted the wrong homeboy. Yeah, you come from a fucked up ass family. But what you have, could you have a little bit more? And it's not about going to get this money just so you can spend it, so it can look a certain way. Can you attain and sustain is the big question you have to ask yourself. And a lot of times you got to get out your own fucking way. Now, if you have some type of health issue, some physical health issue that doesn't allow you to do certain things, I get it. But the overall perspective is getting up and getting to it. Most of us have our working shit. Fingers, toes, legs, mind. Even if your mind is a little bit cloudy and things don't look like you want them to look, you're still gonna have to get your ass up and get to it. Got one more video from him, and we're gonna cap this off with Tate.
Weak people will always betray you in the end, even if they don't want to. Because weak people simply do not have the capability to resist for long enough to avoid the betrayal. So when you analyze something like betrayal, you have to understand very well, nearly everyone you protect and provide for has a limit to which they would eventually betray you. It's funny, we just finished talking about women, because 99.9% of women will eventually betray you. And I'm not trying to be insulting to women. I'm not trying to be misogynistic. What I'm saying is that women cannot resist like a man can resist. If you put a woman in a room and tell her she does not leave that jail cell until she gives you up, she will give you up faster than your brother. She can't take the heat. She can't take the pressure. She can't take the stress. She's too weak to take it. It's not bad. I'm not calling her a bad person. I'm not insulting her. This is the bottom line. She's just too weak. So when you look at things like betrayal, you have to analyze who betrayed you out of genuine malice and who betrayed you out of a lack of capability. If I'm holding your hand and I'm on the edge of a cliff and you're holding my hand and you hold as long as you can and your arm gives way and I die, is that betrayal or did you do your best? Letting go of me is betrayal. But it's actually quite interesting when I analyze the times I was betrayed. Could these people have even done any better than they did?
Bring it back on me. Struggle streaming with my drops again. Let's see how long it takes to actually drop. Try to hit them with something. But let me go back to Jose's comment. Choices, choices, choices. 100, 100, 100, 100. Make better choices. Again, easier said than done. But your choice, your mind state, that is 100% in your control. Again, you might have some physical ailment, some other type of health issue internally. You may not be able to do anything about that. You can't do anything about other people's feelings and what they think about you. You can just present your
knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
These drops are killing me tonight. You can just present your best self. And you know what your best self looks like. You know if you're putting on too much weight. I need a shave and a cut right now. Appreciate that, Felicia. I need a shave and a cut right now. I can go put this blade on my head and all the other stuff. If you start looking at things from the most minor level and then just start building on it, in order to have a wall, you got to start with a brick, then another brick, then another brick, then another brick. That eventually becomes a wall. You are going to have to build yourself, gentlemen. And the people that are around you because nobody can betray you except for the people that you love and trust, usually family, friends, lovers. That shit is gonna come. That's just life. And it's not me being negative. This is just real talk. If anybody has ever gone through life and nobody that they love has ever betrayed them, salute to you. God bless you. The majority of people know what that feels like. That's why it's called betrayal.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You don't get betrayed by your enemies. You get betrayed by your loved ones. And just like Tate just said, again, this is the separation of the winners and losers. What is your mind state like? Can you realize some of the people that you trusted don't even have the capacity, the ability to love you like you love them? How big is the betrayal? Is that who the fuck that person is? And once that happens, you have to, again, make a choice to slide off. Let me get to y'all comments. Then we're going to get to KS and we're going to roll. I think I saw, Felicia, I saw your question before I get to your super chat. Oh, you said, how much of the shirts? I think I got them at like 25. So somewhere between like 25 and 30, I believe. I don't know right off the top of my head. Again, I'm still working with YouTube to get them added to my YouTube store. Something's going on the back end. I'm gonna have to make that phone call. I tried to figure it out myself, but I couldn't. It's something weird I got to do. So I'm gonna see if they can walk me through it. But yeah, between 25 and 30. Jose says, those things, brothers, if you really try, you can fix them.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Indeed, Jose. I appreciate that, BT. He says support code for merch. Go to growthtalkent.com. Thank you for that, BT. Chris says positive effort, new t-shirt ideas for the album rollout. Indeed.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me keep on rolling. Where we at? Del Monte in the building. What's going on, good brother? He says salute. He was driving. Salute to you, good brother. Drive safe on that road. Jose says hang out with people that you have a common future, not a common past with. Hang out with those people you have a common future with. I say it all the time. Start chilling with people that match where you're trying to go. Chelsea says perfect example is if Eve in the Garden of Eden. The Bible even says women are the weaker vessel. Again, that's where we end up taking a lot of stuff on, gentlemen. And a lot of what we talk about is based on women. And it's not just your romantic relationships. Again, look at the women in your family. Again, I'm not married to my daughter, but I just sent her some money today. That's money out of my pocket. Now I got to go hustle it back up. But again, that's daddy's role, right? Now be a husband, be a boyfriend, be a baby daddy, be an adult son. And now your mama needs your help. Auntie need this done. Sister needs you to step in for the man that she had kids with. And now your nephews and nieces don't have a damn daddy. Women fold under pressure a lot of times. I know we just saw Straw and she was going so hard and that was her last straw and she broke. And it's a lot of women, as soon as the pressure gets on, they're going to fold like hot laundry.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You as a man, us as men, we don't get that luxury. We usually deal with a lot of adversity and struggle, to Tate's point, before you have that breakdown moment. This is why I come on here, hopefully giving you guys an outlet. Hopefully you guys do have an outlet with your friends and you can get it off your chest a little bit. But again, as Tate said, no one gives a fuck. I can vent all day. Chris still got to get up and go to work. My other boys got to get up and go to work to take care of them and theirs. It's only so much you're going to be able to get off your chest, but you're going to have to get to work. Let me keep going. BT says, I don't know about but I know a lot of snitches that will give their brother up for a number 2 on the McDonald's menu.
No.
That is terrible. Sister Felicia with the $2 super chat. She says, I sent you a cash app for the shirt, for a shirt. Pick one. Oh,
these last $2.
She says, pick someone. And I'm gonna hit you again with the other drop just because this shit is fucking hilarious to me.
Give me your fucking money!
Back on me. Cool. I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and check that now. See if I got any other cash apps. Because y'all know I'm horrible at checking. Good. Damn. Felicia. Done showed out, bro. I appreciate that. That's good looking out. Chris, I appreciate that shit too, bro. Appreciate the cash app. Everybody sending love. God bless all of you. Felicia, you ain't have to do that. But I don't know. I have to do a random giveaway like BT does sometimes. When the last time you did a giveaway, BT? It's been a minute. Let me see. Keep rolling. I appreciate that, sis. Felicia says, I need a shave and hair and a cut. Our good brother over there. Yep, I'm wolfing a little bit. I'm going to have to line this up, edge this up, go with the baldy. And yeah, BT, I'm with you. Fuck my son. Shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I forgot. He was like, he said, close your eyes. So I closed my eyes. I'm like, what are you doing? He like, I shaving you. I was like, why? He said, Liam has hair. Daddy has no hair. You little fucker. Yeah, fuck him. Shit. Let's keep on going. Felicia says, you're banned, BT. I stand with Crown.
You go, girl.
I appreciate that. B says, don't do me like that. Hey, man. I might be with BT on this one. Boy, clowning my damn bald head. Look. Malika says, wolfing, that's a blast from the past. You are showing your age, sis. Indeed. I appreciate that. You did. I got the 40 cents again. Thank you. You did not have to do that. I really appreciate that. I will be gifting somebody with one of the shirts. I'm not sure which. Let's keep on going. BT hit me with $2.22. He says, we did not see straw. Only you don't.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Bruh, I got 20 minutes into the movie. I didn't see it, but I did watch 20 minutes. And I was just like, I can't do it. I tried, man. I tried to give support to another black man who owns his own and puts his own products out there. Tyler Perry, salute to him. I'm not crazy about what he does either, but he does own his own shit. But I got 20 minutes in and I just couldn't do it. So, look. DG calls my son the little sheriff. I don't know why, but he does. Yeah, he pulling pranks. Let's keep on rolling. Now we're going to get into KS. Again, this was not a versus. I just like to put Andrew Tate stuff out there because, again, if you can scroll on a regular, and I know y'all see it like I see it, you see Charleston White every other day. Whether it's an old clip, new clip, I don't care. If we can listen to that hood shit, you can listen to this dude that's a wealthy man give you the same positive energy. It's aggressive. You may not like it. I don't care. Said that at the top of the line. The guy said some real shit. Name me one clip that I played tonight from Andrew Tate where that man was lying. I'll wait. Again, you have to realize you're going to have, it's a reason why I played him in the sequence that I played him. You're going to have a bad day. Then you got to look at it as, okay, can I be depressed? Do I have the timeline for that? No. Now what work am I going to put in? And I got to hold my brother accountable because he's going through the same thing. Same thing. Damn, I can't talk tonight either. I need a nap. My brother's going through the same thing. I'm going through it. But you got to work your way through that. You got this far. It was a point in time, if you look back, you look in the rear view just to see how far you come. You're not going that way, but you want to see how far you come. And you look and you see where you came from, and it's some of the worst periods in your life. You thought it was over with. Then you got up out of that and shit got back up. Then you hit another snag. You're not going to tell me, I think my audience is mainly 30, 40, 50s in that range. You're not going to tell me you got this far and you're getting ready to quit now. That you're depressed now. That you're going to stop. That you haven't learned any lessons from your L's. You're not going to tell me that. I refuse to accept that. and you shouldn't either about yourself. Let's keep on rolling. We're going to go ahead and get into KS. This is a 10-minute clip, so I'm going to stop it periodically. But what Kevin Samuels is saying is in Kevin Samuels' way, but he's saying the same thing that Andrew Tate is saying. Andrew Tate said it in his way, and he's saying the same thing that Kevin Samuels is saying. You better, DG. Keep fighting through that shit, bro. Break when you need to, but keep fighting through it.
MGTOW is necessary for a lot of different reasons. There's just a lot of misinformation out there, and I want to clear up several.
Pause that real quick for those that don't know what the acronym MGTOW is. I think most of us in the chat do now, but men going their own way, MGTOW, MGTOW, men going their own way. Again, that was like the all-encompassing like canopy over red pill for all men. And then, you know, we had to hit everybody with SYSBM, save yourself, black man. I don't know if Messi's still in here. She always try to say save your community, black man. That is the wrong acronym. Messi Michonne cannot spell. She failed all her spelling bees in school. It is SYSBM, save yourself, black man. But again, what Kevin Samuels was just talking about, MGTOW, it has its place. It's for a reason. I'm gonna let it run. I just wanted to give clarity on that word that he used. It's an acronym for men going their own way.
Things for guys who were, you know, red pill just used to be called being a man. That's what it really comes down to. MGTOW was a response, as BGS said it best, but it's necessary. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care what you think, women, gynocentrism, all these other things, they aren't the enemy. The real problem is whiny, crybaby, men, simps, white knights, and manginas. Cause what it comes right down to is life is a game. And the winners the winners aren't the ones complaining, it's the losers. If you're always in somebody's comment section, hating on women with your blank ass avatar, and if I see just an initial and I don't see your picture, I'm gonna assume, especially if you're a woman, you're fugly. But if you're a dude and you don't have a picture and you on some irate over the top stuff, I'm just gonna assume you're a loser, because losers don't complain. Let me tell you why losers don't complain. Because they just lost the game. They just lost that point. They didn't lose the war. Players straight up win. Players.
I'm gonna pause that. Don't let that go over your head. Losers don't complain. He just lost the game. We use the term to mean that your whole life fucked up, that you're a loser. Nah, I'm a loser. I think BT's a loser because he's lost. Then he learned that lesson. I learned that lesson. You learned that lesson. We've all lost something at some point in time. We've all been a loser. Don't let that go over your head. He did not misspeak. He meant what he said. Losers know, I just lost the game. I learned something by going back and watching film, using a sports analogy. Now I can go forward with the lesson. Let's keep going.
Win, 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 win. Average whiner you see in the comment section, women are the enemy, we can't get ahead because of white supremacy and systematic, institutionalized racism, they would have packed it in and said, you know what, we lose. No, players find ways to win. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser loses before the game is even over. A lot of you cats who are upset at women firing off in the comment section, talking crazy, you're a loser. You're a loser because the game isn't over. The game is your life. You ain't dead. You can do something. The guys who are hardcore MGTOW, I see a lot of them going at pickup artists and dating coaches and all this other kind of stuff in the comment section. But the people who run the channels, let's just be realistic. The people who run the channel whose faces are front and center tend to be the winners, whether they're on MGTOW or whether they're on the player side. And here's the thing, I don't care if you are a hardcore MGTOW, life is still a game. You need it. You need to get out there and deal with everything else. But how you play the game dictates whether or not you're gonna win or lose. A lot of cats today are just running around losing, and you're claiming MGTOW, you're claiming all these different things, you're claiming gynocentrism, white supremacy, all this other kind of stuff.
Pause right there. We have an issue with this in our community where we're constantly doing this, blaming others, whether it's the system, white people, whatever the case may be. In order to win, you're gonna have to accept some of this shit is gonna be unfair. So you can do this all day, but you gotta start doing this too. Holding yourself accountable. Again, he's saying it in Kevin Samuel's way, Andrew Tate said it in his way. What are you going to do? You could be in the comments, you can be angry, you can have these conversations offline and be angry. I know a lot of guys, they talk like they talk in the comments in real life and they're stagnant. I told you that's the worst thing you can be, is stagnant, just sitting there. Not going up, not going down. I'd rather you take a big ass L, a big ass loss, and go backwards and then have to work your way back to where you were, but you learn those lessons from the loss you took, from where you were before, and now you're able to move forward. I would rather that than you just sitting here in this safe space, not doing anything, not taking a gamble on, let me call this job again. Let me take this penny job. If that's what's going to get you ahead, taking a second or a third job just to get you ahead. So people are going to say what they're going to say. Brothers, again, talking to you. Kevin Samuel's putting it in the perspective of MGTOW, red pill, manosphere, men-centric content. But this is life, bro. This shit is not a joke. We done put people in the ground. We heard the stories and seen it happen where the family has to get cash apps, GoFundMes, do a fish fry for us old heads to collect money just to put somebody in the ground. They're not even here anymore and you got to spend money on them. And a lot of those men worked their asses off to make sure everybody else was taken care of. And the best they can do is damn near a cardboard box to lay them in the ground. I don't want to be that. So while you're taking care of everybody else, don't forget to hold yourself accountable. I don't want to get morbid, but what is your funeral going to look like? Fuck all the people that do and don't come. What's the last gift you're going to give yourself? Probably a nice casket. Write your own eulogy. Hell, my dad about to turn 80. He been writing his eulogy. He been writing his own eulogy for like the last year. But salute to my dad. What are you going to do? I'm gonna let it keep running.
To justify or validate why you suck. I'm gonna say that again. You're holding on to red pill, MGTOW, white supremacy, gynocentrism, all these other buzzwords to justify and validate why you suck. If none of those things existed, you'd find another reason. Kittens are against us, the roaches are rebelling, the fleas are, you'd find a reason. Losers, quitters, people have always found a way to justify losing. Black men got this really bad. We have been history's losers in these states, but guess what? If you overweight, undereducated, don't care about your image or impression, don't care about how you come across, can't talk to anyone, can't communicate, speak like in Ebonics, you lose it. Someone who has a negative, who has a scarcity mentality, someone who always believes that the glass is half empty. You don't have to tell someone with a winning mindset, your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your free throws. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your 40 time. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your math. Players win. Yeah, players win. They don't always win, but they win enough to call themselves winners. There's something that was said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. True. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But if you lose long enough, you are a loser. But losing is a mentality. Losing is a lifestyle. Losing is a mindset.
Pause it right there. Don't miss that either. Losing is a lifestyle. Some people have been accustomed, again, this is being stagnant. I was having a conversation. I know BT's getting ready to start his show if he's not over there already. But I was having a conversation with him about the migrants coming to New York and how upset a lot of people were that they were being pushed out. But he was like, bro, the way it's set up in New York, like people are handing down project houses to each other. Like there's whole families in the same projects in the same building. When grandma dies, she passes it to the parent. When the parent gets old and sick, they pass it down to the grandchildren. And I'm like, this shit is crazy. Me and BT had that conversation in the beginning of the year. Salute, TJ. I appreciate it, brother. Me and BT had that conversation in the beginning of the year. I'm talking with Chris Trucker, who's from New York as well. He was like, oh, bro, let me break this down even further. He gave me a whole spiel. So I told him I need to have that broken down on here. So I'll be putting out a VOD soon. I'm going to let him record and just talk and just go with it. Because, again, that goes to the mentality of being stagnant, being in the same place. Again, salute to the passport bros. It's something from Andre from Love Crossing Borders always mentioned. Anywhere from 70 to 80% of people are going to live and die within a 100-mile radius of where they're born at. Say that again. 70 to 80% of people are going to die within a 100-mile radius of where they're born at. Meaning they never got on a cruise, never got out to see the world, never got a passport for any reason. They're going to be stagnant in that spot. And if you have these conversations with people, I don't give a fuck about the passport bros, sex tourism. Oh, y'all too weak to handle women here in the States, so you got to go find a poor wife overseas. Whatever the case may be, I don't care how you slice it. Brothers are moving. You need to be one of those guys. You have to leave home to grow. Shout out to my mama. That's a quote of hers. You have to leave home to grow.
You go, girl.
There we go. Y'all know my stuff lagging tonight. Salute to my mama. You have to leave home to grow. This is what he's talking about. This loser's mentality where you're just in the same place doing the same thing. Andrew Tate just finished talking about on the clip I played. You saying this is your year. At the time he recorded that was 30% of the year done. We're literally today we're 50% of the year behind us. What are you going to do with the next 50? Are you going to achieve any of the goals that you set for? Or are you going to look up, be in the same room, same apartment, same job, same girl? Now, if those are your goals and you just want better, cool. But if you're talking about changing up some things and then don't go do it, who do you have to look at? Nobody but you. Let me get this super chat real quick. Salute to RBN through the 5 podcast, aka Brother TJ with the $10 drop. He says, I'm overweight and overeducated, but I makes no excuses for my failures. All failures belong to me.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
All failures and all wins, brother. Don't leave out the wins. We're talking about winners and losers tonight. The wins and the losses / lessons. Salute to BT again. So don't forget your win. Let me go ahead and hit you with, let me see what I'm gonna hit you with, bro, for that $10 bomb.
Give me your fucking money!
And we're gonna hit you one more time with it.
I'm just blessing. I chew. Baby girl, you with the winners. How could you lose? Like her too. Many different flavors. How can I choose?
You running in the wrong direction, ma.
Bring it back to the video. Let me pick up where we left off. Oh, I think we were about right here.
Justify losing. Black men got this really bad. We have been history's losers in these states, but guess what? If you overweight, undereducated, don't care about your image or impression, don't care about how you come across, can't talk to anyone, can't communicate, speak like in Ebonics, you loser. Someone who has a scarcity mentality, someone who always believes that the glass is half empty. You don't have to tell someone with a winning mindset, your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your free throws. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your 40 time. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your math. Players win. Yeah, players win. They don't always win, but they win enough to call themselves winners. There's something that was said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. True. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But if you lose long enough, you are a loser. But losing is a mentality. Losing is a lifestyle. Losing is a mindset. You can change around and decide you want to win. The first thing you got to stop doing is bitching and complaining about everybody else, arguing about what's the white supremacy, women, such and so forth. Look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm overweight, undereducated, but performing below my ability. Women don't holler at me because I ain't even a man. Why should anybody want to respect me when I don't even carry myself with a modicum of respect? You need to get yourself together. That's why it doesn't matter, money, looks, all this other stuff, that only comes into consideration after you're first a man. A man cares about himself and carries himself according to a standard. I have a standard. I hold myself accountable because I'm a winner. I win in everything I do, and even when I lose, I win. Because you can lose the game, you can lose the point, but don't lose the lesson. Do something.
Lose that, but don't lose the lesson. I tried to hit him with a Allahu Akbar, but again, my stream deck is lagging. Don't lose the lesson. That has been the theme tonight. With the winners and the losers, there's a lesson in between that. If you won, cool, celebrate. What did you learn? If you lost, cool, go back and recalibrate. What did you learn? Keep on going.
Lose, learn, lose better. But I am so sick of men whining all the goddamn time because it ain't the women who will have the problem. It is you. You. You could take all the fat, ugly broads and move them to the side. Women only follow what the men do. And that's where we have a real problem because as men, we know we got an issue. At the end of the day, you won't do it because you don't value yourself. You won't invest in you because you don't value you. Well, then don't ask the world to place value on you. Don't ask the world to respect you if you don't respect yourself. This is one problem I have, especially with my group of black men. I talk about the things we need to do, and I talk about the things we need to address. We got to respect ourselves first. We got to carry ourselves in a way that does not matter. Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, racism, such and so forth, blah, blah, blah. My grandfather, his father, all those men had to deal with a hell of a lot more stuff than this. I've never been spit on. I've never seen anyone lynched. My grandfather was shot and wounded.
Let it play.
In World War II, Purple Heart came back here and had to be called boy for the majority of his life. His father fought in World War I. You couldn't even come back after you fought over there. Black men were being hung in their uniforms. I have never had to experience any of this. So how dare me sit around talking about, well, that system is keeping us down. Would be more of a disrespect to what he's done for me and the other men did for me if I sat around and bitched out about, man, I can't wear Jordans. It ain't fair that I gotta deal with the white man system. I shouldn't have to change. White guys don't have to change. Boo, 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 boo. I shouldn't have to do. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Men don't deal in it's not fair. It's not fair. Every time you hear it's not fair, just put a bitch in front of it or after it. You can do whatever it is you want to do today. You don't have to you can start a business. You don't have to have brick and mortar building, inventory, line of credit, whatever. Whatever you desire to do, you can get it done. You have so many men giving so much information. You don't have to have the resources of the top 1%, 10%, but you have to have the mentality. That's what.
Bring it back on me. You have to have the mentality. Let me go ahead and give KS.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Again, I said it earlier. I didn't even get that far into the clip. So again, that lets Kofa know I must be on the right mentality. You may not have the Ferrari dream. You may not have the Ferrari to worry about. What do you have? If you don't have a fucking car, what's the goal? What's the aim to get it? You need your own spot. What's the goal? What's the aim to get it? You want to take that step up in the job or go find another job? Career. What's the goal? What's the aim to get it? Again, have a career in the military. No shame. I'm about to go get a second job. You know what? because I got some goals that I want to achieve by the end of next year. So why not give that shit to myself a year from now and get it done 6 months ahead of time before the end of next year? Let me go ahead and get to this. Get ahead of it. It's a lot of things that brothers want out here. It's a lot of desires that you have, and you thought you were going to be farther than you were, and everything else under the sun. I get that, bro. What are you going to do to do it? You have no fucking clue how much goddamn power you have, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody else talking about. Your family, your friends, what type of family you come from. I don't care about all that. What are you going to do as an individual? Because when you're eating, you're not eating for everybody else. You might be out here working to take care of everybody else, but when everybody sit down at that table, you have your own plate, they have their own plate, then you're taking care of these people so they can have their own plate. What are you going to give to yourself? What are you going to do? That's a big question tonight. What are you going to do? And I hope it lingers in your mind. And I hope it lingers in your mind, not to just fuck with you, but so you come up with an answer. So you come up with a solution. When we're having these conversations online about all these romantic relationships, I don't want to talk about the problems. What's the solution? Cool. Then we'll sit down, we'll hash it out. It'll go right back to the same shit. This is why this gender war has been going on for so long over the last few years. One, because men started talking. But again, no side wants to budge. But what you get to do as a man, you get to budge for yourself. That's who you're fighting against, the old you. Unless you want to stay stagnant and you want that to be who you actually are. You get to get better, bro. Again, you matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. I tell y'all all the time. What are you going to do? What are the next steps you're going to take? I'm going to leave y'all with that. You heard Tate. You heard KS. You heard Kofa. I'm going to ask you again, what are you going to do to make your situation better? And DG said something earlier. He said he's going to keep fighting. And there's going to be a point in time you're going to have to sit in that corner. You ever watched a 12-round boxing match? At the end of every round, they take a breath. Don't forget to give yourself a breath, bro. Give yourself a breather sometime. I don't care how little it is. Again, I told y'all I had a bad moment today. I didn't have a bad day, but I did have a bad moment. I did feel a way about not getting that promotion because I know I earned it. I know I checked every fucking block and then some. Just ain't my time right now. But to make myself feel a little bit better, I'm going to go to the movies tomorrow. I'm going to grab me something to eat. After we get off this live, listen to some BT, watch The Godfather, smoke a cigar, chop it up with Chris. There's things I'm looking forward to that are going to make the full day even better. Because I'm still here. I still got a chance to fight for that promotion. And ask questions and see why. And see if it is anything I missed. Because it may be something that is on me. Only I can take accountability for that and go question the higher ups and see what happened. It's on me to get up tomorrow and not just go to the movies. Just to entertain myself for a couple of hours. I still got to get on the phone before I even go to the movies and start looking for this second job because I got goals. I have standards. I have things that I want to get out the way to make me better so I can come here and help y'all get better. I'm not a guru in relationships or self-help or anything. I just like to put shit in perspective. I don't want to give the statistics. I don't always want to talk about the women. I got to check in with the brothers and see where you at mentally, bro. And there's plenty of y'all that's getting ready to break. And where Kofi is right now, I'm not an Andrew Tate. I don't have the heart to tell you that your shit ain't that bad. Because trust me, I done seen the worst of the worst, bro. And it's fucked up to say, I walk past some of these people, I know some of these people, and I tell them, and I tell myself, thank God I'm not that. Thank God I'm not there. Had some shit come up at the job a couple of days ago. I was pissed. It was right before I walked out the door. So by the time I get home, I'm turning into the area that I live in over here in Atlanta. and I see a lady and her child is probably about 10, 11 years old out there with the sign up under a tree trying to stay out this Georgia heat, asking for money. Don't know what happened. Husband could have died, anything. I know a lot of these scrags on the internet popping this shit, and these bitches be broke and everything, broke and broke in. But it's regular talking shit about men. But I'm never going to take what I'm seeing online and even the bitches I done had to deal with in real life and just project that on that woman. I don't know what happened in her life, but it snapped my ass back into reality. I can't even remember what the fuck I was mad about that day. But this was just last week. But I do remember that lady's face and her child's face. Turning into my neighborhood. They're out there on the corner in Georgia heat. She doing whatever she got to do. Mine is probably laying on her back right now and getting paid off of that. Somebody always got it worse, bro. You heard Andrew Tate say, boo-hoo. You just heard Kevin Samuels say, boo-hoo. You say you're depressed? Cool. Do like old school black parents used to say. You better depress them dishes. You better depress that trash. You better depress that job interview. You better depress that job search. You better depress whatever second job you got to pick up. You better depress whatever the fuck else you got going on. You are going to have to work through depression. Because I done been through it. Again, you want to lay up under the covers all day in pitch black, they ain't going to get it, bro. I am not here to coddle other black men. Give a fuck what anybody thinks about my channel. I don't give a fuck about you feeling better. I want you to be better. I want you to be. I want you to be better. That might be the next damn live. Just thought about something. Let me get to y'all comments real quick before we roll up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all slide over to Broken Tradition before we slide. After we slide. Brother Malika says, beware and stay away from the unlucky, weak, lazy, irresponsible, codependent, unfocused, illogical, and unintelligent. These folks are weeds to your progress.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
DG says, get a large popcorn and water. I might do that. I might make a stop by the dollar store, and yeah, y'all know how that shit go. BC, she says, forgive yourself and make the changes for a better you.
You go, girl!
Indeed. Look, DG says Secret Service Agent Kofa. We're going to see. Probably security. It's going to be easy for me to get a job in security with my military background and having worked on bank trucks. Hell Kell says, we are not our ancestors. Facts. We so soft and we soft as baby shit compared to them.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I had to remind Broken Traditions about that. We were talking and he was, he had did one of his lives. And I was like, hey, bro, remember when a couple years ago everybody was on that? We are not our grandparents. Soft as fuck compared to them. They went through hell. Them folks went through hell, bro. Again, use this technology you have now. Use the day and age you in. But don't forget how hard your granddaddy was. Don't forget how tough your great uncle was. I don't give a fuck about them having women on the other side of town. Look at the work them men put in, bro. Going through fucking worse. And you tell me you getting ready to fold right now? You getting ready to fold right now behind some smart mouth bitch? Fuck her and them goddamn kids. I'm preaching to somebody, don't know who. Fuck her and them kids. You get to be better. You get to be better for you. And it's not selfish in a negative way. It's long overdue for brothers to start being selfish. Let me get the Corey Joe comment. Salute to you, good brother. He says, just drop it in, good people. I'm on the replay gang. Salute, good brother. Be safe out there on the road if you are still on the road or you got to get up early and hit the road. I appreciate you. We getting ready to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you slide over to Broken Traditions after this live. Take heed to what Andrew Tate said. Take heed to what Kevin Samuels said. Take heed to what Kofa said. Because I don't come here talking to y'all just to talk. I appreciate all the super chats, super stickers, the Cash Apps, PayPals, all that, the support, the clicks, the likes. I appreciate all that. But what I tell people is, y'all have no clue how much money I don't make on YouTube. So I'm not doing this for YouTube clout, bro. Kofa is who he is on camera is who he is off camera. I'm coming here with a genuine heart, bro. I want y'all to be better. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't want you to feel better. I want you to be better, because when you are better, you're automatically going to feel better. But I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Once again, this has been Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. This is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Again, I have been your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell. Thank you again for all the Cash Apps, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Stickers. Thank you for all the likes, getting this in the algorithm. Share some of this stuff. Have the conversations offline. I'm going to leave you like I always do. I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.